So welcome to this first episode of the Fundamental Art series. In this series we're gonna cover all the basic concepts in art, which is, for example, perspective, color theory, shape, and lots of other basic fundamental concepts. The first one we're gonna start with today is the concept of shape. What is a shape? Well, everything has a shape. It doesn't matter if you're talking about something geometric, organic, dead or alive. If it doesn't have a shape, you cannot see it. But what is actually a shape? Shapes are ideas meant to simplify visual information. That's kind of the definition of it. What does that mean? Well, breaking down any complex area in life into smaller chunks makes everything more digestible. The same applies to the arts. If you have something visually complex in front of you, to simplify it into big shapes that are easy to capture and easy to understand, it's so much easier for you to make that drawing come alive. What kind of simple shapes am I talking about? You usually divide them into two categories: geometric shapes on one hand, organic shapes on the other. When we talk about geometric shapes, we talk about cube, sphere, cone, cylinder, and triangle. Those are 5 basic shapes when we talk about geometric shapes. The organic shapes are used to simplify organic information. They're more abstract, but they're still useful. So at first I couldn't figure out how are the geometric shapes supposed to help me when I try to construct something as organic as the human body. And this was an issue for me for a long time. But when I actually started to dig into it and started to learn more about shape, I learned that when you simplify enough, everything can be drawn as something geometric. It doesn't matter if we're talking about a tree or a human body. The limbs of a human body could be drawn as cylinders, and the tree could be drawn as the bush of the tree could be drawn as a sphere. So try to find those shapes that really break down something complex into something so much more digestible and easy for you to work with. So now we talked about the theoretical aspect of shapes. It's time to talk about the practical. How do you actually practice the concept of shape? The actual idea with shapes are that they're supposed to make a drawing easier. So there's nothing technical difficult to draw a shape. It's not difficult to draw a sphere or a cube. What is difficult here and what you have to practice is your ability to see and simplify. See and simplify. How do you practice that? Practice seeing by squinting your eyes when you observe something. So say, for example, I would observe this building behind me. I would really start by squinting and try to see what is the big shape of this building. Then I would start adding details. So always start drawing big to small. What is the biggest shape you can see? Start with that and then add smaller details on top of it. So that was both seeing and simplifying. Squinting is seeing, and the simplification process is drawing big to small. I hope that's clear. Okay, so shape is a concept you can't practice enough, and I would really encourage you to think of shapes every time you're drawing. Start building your first pillar and practice this first fundament, and we will see you in the next episode of this Fundamental Art series. Good luck and see you next time.